9-7 to Higgins. A brilliant blue from Wilson, splitting the reds on a break of 124. John Higgins bouncing back, break of 56, the four-time world champion, back 2 frames in front. A little bit unlucky there for Kyron, and John taking full advantage. Into frame 19, a very entertaining frame. And Higgins starting to impose himself on the match once again, winning 2 on the bounce for the 3rd time in this semi-final. And frame 20, really crucial, so important, this one for Kyron. If he's going to stand any chance of winning this semi-final and making the final, he has to somehow stay in check with John Higgins. Players back out, wonderful reception. And Stephen, what is this feeling like when you're walking out?
It's amazing. It's amazing walking into this arena in the major semi-final. I was just looking at the stats. Incredible. John Higgins' highest breaks only 77 when they've played 20 frames. There's got to be a time when he maybe steps up a gear and starts really scoring heavily.
Yeah, compared to Kyron's 140, he's had a 74, a 124, and an 81. Right, let's get back out there. John Virgo and Alan McManus will talk you through it.
Yes, off we go then. 4 frames remaining to play this evening, and how are they going to pan out?
Good length of cue ball, and of course there's a couple of reds on the left hand side of the table as we look that John will be wanting to cover. Just a bit pacey. Will the blue come to his rescue for the straight red? Looks like it has.
It's going to be intriguing 4 frames as well. How does Kyron Wilson play this? Risk in snooker isn't always a must, but sometimes the biggest mistake is to risk nothing. How aggressive is Kyron going to be?
And there's a mistake from John Higgins. He's left Kyron a long red. You always feel with this type of shot, the more pace you put into it, if he's going to play the straightish red, I think he's got a bit of work to do with the cue ball, because the black is not available into the opposite corner.
How does he get the cue ball back up for pink or blue? Oh, completely hit across it.
Ooh, now, fortunate as he's been, although I'm saying that John may be able to drop this red into the left middle, but Kyron, having hit that pot so badly, and I can only assume how when he was playing with a little bit of side and didn't allow for the throw. This is a delicate one. Looks easy on the screen, but it's not. But he's potted it, and he's found a nice angle on the blue. So a mistake from John Higgins has yielded a chance. Funny old game.
Yeah, the tendency in that long red, especially under pressure, you overhit shots. He didn't hit it smoothly. Yeah, the harder you hit it,
6.
the more you lose control. And this game is all about control.
Seven.
Once again, one of these situations where only the pink really to play for. Oh, and obviously the blue.
30.
You won't be bothered about the black. Held that cue ball nicely there. He'd like a nice little angle on this red. Came on it before straight and he didn't
20.
fancy screwing back for the pink in the middle. Oh, he has got an angle. Just wondering whether he can get into it enough and screw back for the blue. It takes out a possible cannon on the second red. Well, he saw the cannon to hold for the pink, and that was nicely judged. It's not absolutely perfect. And the puff of the cheeks tell you that.
Yeah, forced to play for the red and balk. At least it's a natural, so Barron landing behind the yellow. You expect him to be on it. That looks just about right.
$27. $28.
Still not in complete control of the cue ball at the moment. So stunning the pink in, come round of 2 cushions, but you've got to judge the pace of this. And when you're using 2 cushions, it's no guarantee. That's why he's still got a thought for the blue, but the pink's the easier pot and easier line for position. Still not
34.
perfect. Just overrun, wanted to be straight on this red, and he's not.
Just wonder, there's value here. Those 4 reds together. The right half, the right one of the 4, get that full ball or half ball on the black side. He's bound to be on the black. I think this is the shot to play here. Yeah. Playing the deep screw off the face of the pink.
35.
Just about on the blue, but begs the question, where does the next red come from?
Again, just playing this as a natural for the 2 reds on the left side. Drop in behind them. Play the cannon on that red, but don't think that's going to work. Is there a gap through?
40.
Yes, has he found a gap where he can roll it in and be on the black?
Turn that off, please.
No. Possible plant. that can be made. But I don't see where the colour comes from. So he's got a 40-point lead. He may just settle for that. And he is.
John Higgins 40.
And that's a telling safety. Okay, Kyron can get through to the two reds on the left-hand side of the table, but getting back to balk off those is going to be difficult. There's the player view. Just can't get past the yellow. This is a tough shot. And there's always a chance of a double kiss here. Oh, but he's played it well, and if he misses the brown, he's played it absolutely perfectly. What a good shot that was. In trouble. Played with aplomb.
Yeah, no need to panic just yet for Kyron. The red's been sort of bunched as they are. Eventually they'll come into the open. Yeah. This is borderline the cannon. He'll obviously play it with a bit of check. The last thing he wants here is to, if he does miss it thick. Oh, a bit straight in, yeah.
One.
Difficult to avoid the cannon, but he's going to get second prize here and push the yellow to the side cushion.
Green ball.
Well, green. I don't often say it would be a wrong choice of shot for John because he's not covered these reds. All right, he's put the green safe, but Kyron can bring those reds into play now if he wishes. A chance to play an attacking safety shot. That's it. That last shot by John, if he pushes the yellow to the side cushion, puts the cue ball central, Kyron doesn't have that option.
Yes, and he's got a problem here, John. One thing he's got to avoid here, although he may be playing the pot, he may think, well, if he's hitting it thin, he's got to avoid the kiss on the pink. But he got the pot. Okay, he's hit the blue. But once the pot went in, he didn't mind kissing the blue. Just could see enough of it.
Blue ball.
Reason he didn't play the pot on the blue, he wasn't
John Higgins 1.
able to get in a comfortable position. So keeping the heat on young Kyron at the moment. 42 points adrift. Still 83 remaining. But can he get the next chance? He needs to. Left a pot on here for John. He'll take it on. The one on the right hand side of the table to the right corner. That does surprise me. That does surprise me you didn't take that on. Okay, it's a decent safety, but you thought it was more or less a shot for nothing. Surprised me a little. Well, it surprised me he didn't take the red on. He knows best. Forced a mistake from his opponent.
I played
One.
that lovely. Nice angle in the brown as well. Any sort of shot in a colour puts him strong favourite. A lovely shot.
Yes, an opportunity now to play for the black. No reason
Fun.
why he won't, because if he gets on the black, of course, the red near the top cushion, the red close to the right corner pocket on the side cushion, be easy to get onto off the black when it's on its spot.
Cheers. 6.
This black, red cover, red, would be more than enough to win him the frame.
Thirteen.
Looking at the scoreboard, this red and the black would be enough. Yeah, right in the heart of the pocket.
14.
And this black now to go 63 points ahead with just 59 remaining.
Twenty-one. John Higgins, 21.
Well, but for a snooker, he stretched his lead. John Higgins to 3 frames, but he'll be disappointed if he drops that in.
1.
There's no way that Kyren would return to the table, and we saw in an earlier frame that he knows his way around the table when he's playing for snookers. But firstly, he's got to get a couple of these reds with blacks before he even thinks about that.
8.
One 4-point snooker at the moment to tie. That's providing he gets blacks, and he's
9.
not on the black. He's not on the black. And even if this pink is in, he'll need 2 snookers. If he doesn't go in, he'll concede. Oh, dear me. That was a long way away.
Yeah.
He's looking over at John
Right,
Higgins.
Wilson,
He's
9
saying
in the
that's
frame.
enough if it's okay with you. And of course, John Higgins will gratefully receive the concession. And John Higgins now pushes on further. 3 frames ahead, 12-9, and more importantly, he cannot be behind at the end of this session.
Yeah, and you just get the feeling that John's just starting to turn the screw, just pile on the pressure, Stephen.
Yep, he's at the moment he's cruising his way to the final. You know, Kyren Wilson needs certainly can't go further behind than he started tonight, because tomorrow there will be pressure on John. He'll be under pressure to get to that final. He'll want that. You know, possibly thinks is his best chance, his last chance to win the World Championship. You don't know, so he'll be under pressure, but Kyren Wilson needs to win. He could do a win in 2 of the last 3.
So important that Kyren stays with John, isn't it, Ken?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and not let him get away, as Stephen said. John Higgins, though, he's a master tactician, and, you know, the experience is shown here. He's taking what's on, he's not pushing the boat out, he's keeping Kyren on the back cushion the most he can do, and he's really piling the pressure. He's probably saying to Kyren, OK, if you want to go for them, but I'm going to put you on. And the harder it is, when you're 3 or 4 frames behind, those long pots become so much more difficult.
Yeah, just a reminder that we are off air here on BBC Two at 9 o'clock, but do not worry, because just hit that red button, or if you have got a device or a smartphone computer, live on the red button, the BBC Sport website and BBC Sport app. You will not miss a shot, but we are off air here on BBC Two at 9 o'clock.